Welcome to Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle, LaPorte County's original social media. Sound Off is a public interest forum that encourages your voice to be heard on the topics and issues impacting our local communities. We invite you to be part of the conversation by calling or texting 219-362-0522. You may also email your questions to soundoff@967theeagle.com. This is a topic-based program, and we ask that you keep your comments brief, concise, and related to the topic being discussed. The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the hosts or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. The on-air line is now open for your calls or texts at 219-362-0522. And now, Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome to Sound Off on this Friday. Stan Maddox here. Our guest today, LaPorte Park Superintendent Mark Schreiber. So give us a call. Lots to talk about, that's for sure. Our number again, 362-0522. So give us a call or send us a text message, and Mark will more than happily respond. Right, Mark? Welcome to Sound Off.
No, absolutely. Stan, I always appreciate the opportunity to be here, and lots going on this summer, so happy to take some calls or just kind of lay it all on you as far as what all we have going on.
Yeah, busy time of year for you. 4th of July is past. Lots of other events, and now we have the king of them all, perhaps, Lake Fest, the 5th annual, right? That's coming up starting next Friday.
Absolutely, yeah. It'll be our 5th one. It's hard to believe that we're already into year 5, but we've been trying to grow and alter the festival each year, always trying to find something for somebody. And so you're exactly right. The 4th of July passed. We had the fireworks, a wonderful parade. Fair Week comes and goes, and now here we are talking about the last weekend in July already. So a lot of planning went into it, but we're really excited to get it going a week from today.
All right. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week, Lake Fest. No shortage of fun things to do, that's for sure. The big highlight act, Jesse McCartney. That'll be Saturday, July 26th, 9 p.m. Are you ready? Are tickets still available? Oh, it's free admission. That's right. Free admission, so there's no cost.
Right. A little bit of both, right? So we do have free admission, first and foremost. The lawn seats are all there available. People can come out. You could either sit in the beer garden or you can bring your own refreshments out. But certainly all that area is for free. We put some premium front stage passes on sale back in April, and they sold out within 3 days.
Wow.
The response has really been overwhelming, not just through ticket sales, but through the Facebook response. We had over 250,000 views when we announced this concert, over 600 shares, a couple hundred comments. We got just a tremendous response to it.
250,000 views
on Facebook. Yes.
That's crazy.
No,
Wow.
It took us a little by surprise. We were really excited to have Jesse McCartney there, and again, I always feel a little compelled. I'm 55 myself, so I have to kind of explain it to people from my generation. But Jesse McCartney had a string of hits anywhere from the mid 2000s to the mid 2010s. He was also an actor. He was a child actor. He was on All My Children. He's appeared in a number of movies. He's done shows. He did some Disney appearances. But anyways, there is an entire generation that grew up on Jesse McCartney that is just exactly thrilled to have him coming. I would have to say it's a little 10 more towards the female side, but we know that the wives will bring the husbands and potentially even bring their kids out for the show. So we're expecting a really big crowd next Saturday at the amphitheater. We've got a local talent, Zachariah Kirkham, that's going to open up at 6:30 with a acoustic show. We've got a great opener coming out of Chicago, Y2K. They play great hits from the 2000s. To really tune everything up, we'll shoot fireworks over the lake around 8:40 or so, and then 9 o'clock, Jesse McCartney will come out for a great set. So it's going to be an amazing highlight of Lake Fest, but as I always say, the concert is kind of the centerpiece, but there are so many other things going on. Family friendly. We got a Sunday fun day out at Stone Lake that's a little more adult oriented with a brew fest and cornhole. We've got a kayak paddle, mountain biking. You name it, we've got it. And all the way from a Friday night live. It'll be a week from tonight that's going to have a great band out of Chicago. They're called Breakfast Club. They were here 3 years ago. And they play all the hits from the 80s. They were very well received when they were here before. So they're going to be playing out at the amphitheater with a variety of other activities, both family-friendly and adult-orientated stuff on Friday Night Live a week from today. And we'll go that Friday all the way through Fiesta del Lago out at the amphitheater on Sunday afternoon, where we have Latin music, great food trucks, a lot of wonderful entertainment. So something for everybody, and it's all available at laportelakefest.com. And please check it out. See what's available for you and your family to come out. Really, Lakefest is about entertaining our residents, giving everybody something to do, which I think is a high priority for us and this current administration. But it's also to bring some people into town. We hope this Jesse McCartney, I've heard people, coming in from Fort Wayne, coming in from the Chicagoland area, up in Michigan. We really want to bring people and showcase the beauty of LaPorte, the hospitality of LaPorte. We're very proud of our parks. We love our lakes. And it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it.
Yeah,
Jesse McCartney, one of those teen heartthrobs, right? That's why all the women are going to be there.
Absolutely. People ask me what kind of music it is, and I hope I'm not wrong in saying this because he's a very talented performer. But it's kind of almost like boy band, but yet he's an individual, so it's kind of like his own style and his own music. But it is a pop sound. But I think people will appreciate his performance. I think he's going to give a great show. So even if you're on the fence, perhaps you're a little older like I am, I think it's going to be worth your while to come out and check it out. We're going to there'll be, obviously great production along with it. We'll have an LED screen out there, a lot of nice touches that make it a great day. So, and again, that's just one of the highlights. Also on Saturday, we've got, the Bolt for the Heart, Play for Jake 5K coming back. I think they're already pushing 400 registrations. So we'll have a great turnout that morning in support for Play for Jake. We're doing a fitness zone that morning from 8 to 11 at Unity Park. We're going to have sand volleyball at JJ's Side Out. So anybody who wants to get into volleyball, that's just right down the street from Fox Park, right on Clear Lake. Stone Lake Family Beach Bash is a new event for us this year. Very family oriented, all about the kids. Get out there, have a fun time at the beach that day. There's going to be all kinds of arts and crafts activities. There's going to be the bubble machine from the library, just all kinds of great stuff to do. And that'll lead us right into that Jesse McCartney show on Saturday night. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the car show on Sunday morning. I think I've touched on most everything else, but Sunday we've got a great car show out at Fox Park from 8 to noon. Again, we got a mountain bike event going on the mountain bike trails in Soldiers Memorial Park. We got a kayak paddle on Stone Lake Beach. And I already mentioned, the cornhole, the Beach and Brews, which is our brew fest, first year of doing that out on the beach. And then we have another kids activity, a kids Nerf battle. And they love going out there in Fox Park and ducking them around the trees and shooting those Nerf pellets at each other. So again, a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
And we've got two events that will be going on all weekend, and excited about both of them. But the first one, really excited about that. We have Pine Lake. We're calling it Pine Lake Steamboat Adventures, and they're bringing over. And I think Stan, you and I have discussed this one. Mm-hmm. Bringing over a 1910 steamboat from Cedar Lake, which is where it normally it does its tours. But it's coming over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where people can go out, do tours of Pine Lake. There is an admission charge for this, but just a really exciting thing that we partnered with Heston Steam Museum and the museum at Lazen's Resort over on Cedar Lake to do. And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where people have an opportunity to do that. And then we've also got a kind of a fun scavenger hunt up and down Chessie Trail. So again, LaPorteLakefest.com, get on there. There's something for everybody.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. The steamboat, that's something brand new. From the research I did, it was a life raft on a steamboat, right? And then later they converted it into a miniature steamboat.
Yeah, correct. So it was originally on a larger boat back in the day. When that was decommissioned, they then converted over the what was a pretty large scale life boat. But again, Lakefest is about the lakes and getting people out on the lake. So we're excited about this opportunity because it's one thing to recreate on the shores, which we do a lot of through our parks, but it's also kind of cool for people to at least get the opportunity to go out, see the lake a little bit. And of course, kind of the history and the feel of the steamboat, I think will add to that experience.
Yeah, that'll be pretty awesome. I'll tell you what, let's take our first telephone call. You're on Sound Off with Mark Schreiber.
Hello?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, hey, Mark, I got a question. I've lived in this town my whole life for 69 years, and one of the greatest things I liked growing up is back at Cummings Lodge. Now, by the waterfront, from there to the channel used to be campsites. Nowadays, all you'd have to do is put water and electric there. You wouldn't have to pour the concrete slabs, which would save the city of the park department a lot of money. But nowadays, they're getting $23 to $25 a night for camping. We got all these people from out of state coming here now. A lot of them do a lot of camping in that, too. I even got a nice camper. I'd love to go down to the lake and the whole week. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed that when I was growing up.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity that's potentially there, right? And we especially know with the national park now designation for the Indiana Dunes is a lot of people are coming to the area. We have to find ways to see if those people will spend part of their vacation here in LaPorte County, enjoying our lakes. We know we have a lot to offer in Soldiers Memorial Park. It really is an outdoor activist treasure, because you can either be out paddleboarding or kayaking. You can be on the mountain bike trails. You can be out fishing. And then if you flip over to Pine Lake, you have the opportunity to water ski, power boat. There's so many different things you can do just within Soldiers Memorial Park, not to mention a great little recreational beach that we have. So finding a way to get people to camp nearby, whether it's within the park or a nearby setting, is something that we're interested in. Maybe small cabins, maybe just campsites. I think there's a lot of potential there, but you always have to balance that with the residential neighborhoods that are around there, kind of get the feel for everything. So I wouldn't say that we wouldn't do it within the parks, but I agree with the caller 100% that camping in the direct area is something that we should be capturing, because Porter County, where the Dunes National Park is, I don't think they have enough sites. Matter of fact, I know the state park that allows camping, they book out well in advance. I mean, you have to get early on a site to be able to get there. So very good, very good suggestion, and something that is definitely on our radar to do more of.
All right. Back to Lake Fest real quick. Are they going to have the golf ball driving competition again, where they're hitting the balls in the clear lake?
We did that last year, and I think people enjoyed it. We're not going to bring that back this year, so no golf balls going out into the lake this year. We kind of tried to downsize the Friday Night Live and really focus on what were more of the popular events. So we will be bringing back the Wiffle Ball Home Run Derby.
Oh, great.
Raymond and Spence Insurance. They not only sponsor it, but they run the whole thing, and it was a huge success in its first year last year. So we'll have that on Ron Reed Field. We'll set up the temporary fences and let them, go for the home runs. It's just a great event. Purdue Northwest will be out there with a Baja car and other things. The Indiana National Guard will be bringing a gaming trailer, an obstacle course. I think they said they even have like a jousting type game that they're going to bring out. And Hot Rod Snow Cones, who's our great partner at Stone Lake Beach and out at Kessling Park, they'll be bringing out some inflatables and the snow cones. And of course, there'll be again, food trucks galore. Whatever type of cuisine you're looking for will be available out there on that next Friday night. And again, the big highlight being Breakfast Club, kind of bringing the 80s music. And I think everybody can agree, the 80s was the best decade of music, right? I mean, we all agree on that, right?
Yeah, right.
Dennis has given me a small, he's kind of shaking me off on that, but well, I grew up on the MTV era, so we absolutely look forward to that. But everybody can find a song from the 80s that they enjoy. So I think it's a great opportunity for LaPortians to come out and enjoy. Our Friday Night Lives have been so popular downtown. It's great to have the opportunity to do one out at Fox Park along the lake.
Okay, great. So once again, Lake Fest next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the website again is laportelakefest.com, right?
No, yep, absolutely. If you're a Facebook person, please follow us on Facebook. We've been definitely putting a lot of information out that way. So, yeah, absolutely. Get the information, know what's going on, and come out and enjoy. And again, I can't stress enough, that Saturday night's going to be a great show, but boy, just coming out for the fireworks alone would be worth it. So if you're not a big fan of pop or from that particular era, hey, come out, find yourself a spot along the lake and enjoy what it'll be equivalent of the fireworks show we put on July 3rd over the lake. So come out and enjoy. There's, like I said, we really try to strive to make sure there's at least something for everybody.
All right. How about that wiffle ball home run derby's really popular? It's something out of Cooperstown or something, right?
It is. Everybody knows the Major League Baseball home run derby. It almost is more popular than the actual All-Star game anymore. So, and a matter of fact, they had a swing off to determine the winner, right? They did a home run derby to decide who won the game when it was tied. And whether you're a traditionalist and don't like that, or maybe you like it, but it is a popular part of the game anymore. And the kids just love the opportunity to swing for the fences,
Yeah.
And it's a fun way to be able to do that. And it's for ages, I believe, 8 years old all the way through 18 years old to be able to come out. And there's different age divisions. So boys and girls, everybody's invited, and it's kind of fun. We'll pop the lights on at Ron Reed and let everybody have a fun time.
Wow. Okay. Nothing like hitting wiffle balls underneath the lights, that's for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break. Stay with us here in Sound Off.
Your opinion matters. We invite you to share it by calling the on-air line at 362-0522. That's 362-0522. Now, back to Sound Off on 96.7. The Eagle.
And welcome back to Sound Off on this Friday. Stan Maddox here. Our guest today, LaPorte Park Superintendent Mark Schreiber. So you can give us a call or a text message at 362-0522. I've been focusing a lot on Lake Fest, which is next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But other things are happening, Mark. There's a statue now at Fox Park, right? Tell us about that.
No, yeah, really, really pleased to be able to get some art out in the parks, which I think is always a high priority. We'd love to do more of that, whether it's murals or statues or whatever it is. But yep, we do have a new statue out there. Urban Enterprise Association funded it. It was facilitated by the Lebesnick Arts Center over in Michigan City. And an artist out of Wisconsin, Luke Ochtenberg, came and he installed it Wednesday, and it's just kind of a cool feature to have out there. Public art, not only does it beautify the park, but it draws people in. It creates interest, right? People who maybe just typically would just buzz right through, they're going to pull over and say, hey, I'd like to get a better look at that. And once you get them in the park, they love the amenities. It's just a real positive for us, so a real plus for the park.
Okay, yeah. It's about 6 feet tall, right? But it's an abstract work of art, so it's not really anything in particular. It's whatever you want your imagination to make it, right?
I think so, and yeah, a little over 6 foot. It's just kind of a cool looking piece, and it was in Green Bay, Wisconsin, all of last year. Their arts council brought it in and had it on display for the year, and we'll have it for 2 years out in Fox Park. And again, like I said, it's just something to draw interest in. And again, we'd love to see more art and more opportunities to do that in our parks.
Okay. Oh, Green Bay. So it doesn't come with cheese.
No, it does not. And somebody asked me earlier if it had to be disinfected after spending all that time. I'm guessing that came from a Bears fan, but no disinfection. It's a beautiful piece, and the artist was really, really great to work with.
Yeah, get out and check it out. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
I understand you're going to have a new elevator at the Civic Auditorium here in the coming months. The current elevator's been out since last summer, so a new elevator could be in the making, right?
Well, yeah, we absolutely expect it to be. Unfortunately, the time frame hasn't worked out very well, but the elevator went out last summer. We got it up and running here and there, but at the end of the day, we just couldn't get repairs done on it that were substantial enough. And we looked at a more substantial repair versus a replacement, but the replacement made more sense just from a longevity standpoint and getting the most bang for our buck, as well as the fact that we were able to get some federal funding for it. So we're going through that federal process, which is always a little more time consuming. We didn't, rather than just pull pulling the money out of the bank and paying for it. Sometimes you have to go through those processes, and that's what we're doing. And unfortunately, the timeline's telling us November 1st before the money becomes available, but we'll be ready to go come that time and hopefully get it in as quickly as possible. And hopefully by the end of this year, we'll have a brand new elevator that alleviates any of those issues.
Okay, great. How are the youth leagues going so far this summer?
Yeah, we're all wrapped up. We finished by Fair Week with most of our leagues. I think we had one that maybe went a little bit into Fair Week, or two of our softball leagues that did, but we had a great participation, a great season. Our new recreation director, Evan Miller's kind of jumped in. He started with us mid-May, so he kind of hit the ground running, but went great. We're actually doing fall ball registrations right now through next Friday. So anybody who wants to play fall baseball, we're also taking a wait list to see if we can get enough to do a softball program, maybe at least do some clinics for the girls' side. But it was a great summer, and it again, as our earlier conversation, the summer goes by quick. Once you get past the 4th of July, the fair goes, Lake Fest will come and go, and next thing you know, the kids are back in school.
Okay, well, let's put the brakes on it just a little bit if we can.
Well, I'd love to. Best time of the year to be here in LaPorte and enjoy all of our amenities. All
right. What was it last year? They had a kind of a public announcement about a new lodging facility over at Stone Lake. Have they started construction on that yet?
No, unfortunately, we've run into some funding issues. We have a great lead donor in Ed Bauer and his wife Karen. Their family, put out a very generous lead donation, but we still had a very large funding gap. And at the time we had that money secured, we felt like we were ready to go, but there's just been so many changes to the economy, so many changes to what we can expect to get in tax revenues over the upcoming years that we've had to put that on hold temporarily. We're looking at all of our projects. What can we afford to do, what we can't do, to be very financially prudent. And, there's just a lot of uncertainty. I'm sure you talk to other governmental officials, from the schools to the libraries to county government to the townships. Everybody right now is just trying to figure out what the fallout is from SB 1 and the property tax relief. So right now it's on hold, and we're hoping to take it off the shelf, hopefully sooner than later. But like right now, I just couldn't give you an estimate on time.
Okay. Still a lot of kayakers using the lakes, I suppose, this summer. You've seen an increase in kayaking, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Kayaking's gone up quite a bit, substantially, and I'd say over the 6-7 years. And we've had a kayak launch on Stone Lake that gets quite a bit of usage. The Nova family, Jim and Kathy, donated one now on Pine Lake, which is very exciting as well. So not just kayaking, but canoeing, paddle boarding, and not just on Stone and Pine, but I was out last Saturday and saw quite a few people kayaking and even paddleboarding over on Clear Lake. So people are taking advantage. I mean, people want to be outdoors. I think that's kind of a post-pandemic boom that we've seen to some of these activities. Our recreational beach at Stone Lake has seen that huge boom. And of course, with that hot weather we had earlier this year, we had really big crowds almost daily, not just on the weekends. Of course, July 4th is always a big beach day. But our vendor out there, Hot Rod Snow Cones, has added a lot of variety out there. Plus, they brought some inflatable games out for the kids to play for free. And we also have kiosks out there now. People can get cornhole bags or ping pong paddles out from the kiosks and be able to play games out there. So we keep trying to add new amenities each and every year, and I think it's just added to the popularity of Stone Lake Beach.
Okay. We got a text message. Somebody is wanting to know about the basketball tournament in January. Any word on the basketball tournament in January? It's going to happen, right? I mean,
yeah. So we'll be in the second year of a third-year contract with our partners out at La La Mer. The Convention and Visitors Bureau is a big contributor to that as well. So we're finalizing the dates and the teams. We hope to have some announcements come out soon. But yes, it will be back at the Civic. It's exciting. I mean, if you looked at the NBA draft this year, you saw a lot of familiar names who have played in our tournament in the past. So, a lot of McDonald's All-Americans, a lot of now collegiate players, but now NBA players who are all funneling through that. It really speaks to the quality of the tournament and the quality quality of the entertainment. And it's one of those things, if you haven't been and you are a basketball enthusiast, I would encourage you to check it out come this January.
Yeah, it's amazing when you think about it. The NBA players, the number of them who've played in LaPorte in that tournament, it's fascinating.
Yeah, you'll see them in the NCAA tournament, and next thing you know, of course, with the nature of basketball these days, they go from high school to 1 year of college into the NBA. So over a matter of 4 years, we've seen those players already progress into the NBA. Some of them are already in their second year of playing NBA. So it's an exciting tournament. We're grateful to have a great partnership with La Mer and the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Convention Visitor Bureau being a great partner in a lot of aspects. They support Lake Fest. They were the exclusive sponsors of our fireworks back on July 3rd. It's so great that they're willing to reinvest back into our community. And again, those events that bring people in, then it certainly funds the CVB back. And it's a great opportunity. And I know Michigan City has the Great Lakes Grand Prix next week, the week after Lake Fest, that leads into that first weekend in August. So, for those people who say there's nothing to do in LaPorte, Indiana, I have to say you're not really looking for it here in LaPorte County. Just with the park department alone, we'll have a movie in the park tonight out at Fox Park, a great animated feature for the kids, Inside Out 2. That'll go off at dusk out at Fox Park. And then come next week, we'll have Foodie Tuesdays again out at Unity Park from 10:30 to 2:30. We'll have Zumba in the park later that night. We have Walking Wednesdays. The city band plays every Wednesday night. Arts in the Park every Thursday. And again, we've tried to have Friday events, and we do have Friday events every Friday as a park department now, with either the Friday Night Lives that take place obviously the Lake Fest one at Fox Park, but the ones that take place downtown, or we have movies in the park, or we have a night bike ride. Always something for everybody. And now then you throw in the mix the Civic Auditorium, and we've got a big concert tonight. Hinder's in town as part of their 2025 tour. National touring band. A lot of people, younger people, remember them because they were big on MTV, kind of maybe a little bit like Jesse McCartney, but more of a rock band. They had a #1 hit in the country, Lips of an Angel, and we're trying to bring in more and more things that people might go out and enjoy. So if you're a rock fan, even if you're not overly familiar with Hinder, you can get a balcony seat tonight for $17.50. Go on out, check it out. It's going to be a great show. And we've also got a band called Gone to Paradise coming in on August 9th at the Civic. It's a Jimmy Buffett tribute band. We're going to have a tailgating opportunity before that on the Civic lawn. And then David Nail comes in August 23rd, who's a very popular country artist. So something for everybody, and we just try to keep that event calendar as full as we can.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a phone call. You're on Sound Off with Mark Schreiber. Go ahead.
Yes. Is that me?
Yes.
Okay, I was driving through Fox Park last Saturday about 2, 3 o'clock, and over there by the band shell, I noticed something, so I drove up on top of the hill, and they were setting up for a wedding reception. I mean, it wasn't no picnic table type deal. It was like linen and real nice tablecloths and everything. I don't know if they had the wedding there, but I know they had the reception. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And people, and I appreciate you mentioning that, sir, because it really draws attention to the fact that we do have a lot of great rental opportunities. The amphitheater isn't in use. And of course, we all know about Arts in the Park, Lake Fest, but, also, the Blues Festival coming up in August, along with the Guardian Riders that do a great concert day out there. But we have a lot of great opportunities to rent them, and somebody got a very unique opportunity to do a wedding out at the amphitheater. We had a large-scale church service that the local Catholic diocese did earlier in the summer. But there's opportunities at Cummings Lodge, opportunities at the Civic to rent and really use the parks for your events. That's what we're here for. We love seeing the amphitheater get usage, so I very much appreciate you pointing that out.
All right, time for another commercial break. Stay with us on Sound Off.
What are you waiting for? The lines are open on Sound Off. Text or dial your questions now to 362-0522. That's 362-0522. Now, back to LaPorte County's original social media. Sound Off on 96.7 The Eagle.
And welcome back. Our guest again, LaPorte Park Superintendent Mark Schreiber, 362-0522. Beechwood Golf Course. Past couple of years, it's been mentioned as one of the best public golf courses in Indiana. Still busy this year. It seems like every year golf has made a real comeback since COVID.
It has, and post pandemic, I think golf has shot up all over the place. But we were very well positioned to capture that audience. Again, our number of rounds have gone up again this year, and I know we say that every year. And after a while, where are you going to fit those rounds in? Just last Sunday, our golf pro said we were booked all the way through 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, which is unheard of. I mean, to be able to be booked that much. And I know the Leap outing is there today, and we've just been going gangbusters. We had 120 people play in our couples league last Friday evening. The men's club is reaching record numbers. So the interest in golf is there, but the investment that we've made as a city in the golf course, in the clubhouse renovations, a new pavilion, a double row irrigation system. Jace Peterson, our golf pro, has the course in magnificent shape. But we have to keep reinvesting in it too, right? I mean, it's an entity that's going to be almost 100 years old soon. We have to look at new ways to renovate and improve. That, certainly there are aspects we can be working on every year, but it certainly has been a highlight of the park system over the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to fall too far behind in keeping things up to date. It'd be like trying to go out there and playing golf with wooden clubs that they used to make back in the 30s or something.
No, the technology keeps growing, but you got to keep up, and the expectations, I think, are higher on how you maintain your golf course than they were maybe 20, 30 years ago. So a great challenge out there, but the play has been very strong.
Hey, somebody sent a text message. How about putting a water ski jump on Pine Lake? I guess they had something like that in the 70s and early 80s. Any talk about that, a water ski jump?
Well, I know there's a little slalom course out there, and I don't know who sets that up or if it's just somebody who annually goes out there and does it. But if you're talking about on the water, it firmly falls in the wheelhouse of the Indiana Department of Natural Resources. They oversee the park or the waterways, so certainly a suggestion that can be made to them. And it's great to see water skiing still so popular. I know there's a group that goes out early every morning and slides on that fresh glass every morning out on Pine Lake. So, but yeah, not anything we could do as a park department, but it could be a DNR suggestion.
Okay. Somebody wants to know, how's your golf game?
My golf game's about the same as it's always been, and that's not particularly strong. I enjoy golf. I wish I could get out there a little bit more. I love the course. I love Beechwood. Kyle Cashmere does a great job out there, but that might be somebody who played me in league on a Monday night who's maybe trying to chide me a little bit on my golf game. But, golf's the type of game to me where it's that 2 or 3 good shots out of a round that bring you back for the next round, but it's certainly not my overall score.
Right. I know how you feel. I'm always trying to work on consistency, and I'm never perfectly consistent, that's for sure.
No, well, I always say that, they never show a beautifully hit shot that lays down right in the middle of the fairway on Sports Center. It's always that shot that comes flying out of the woods that miraculously finds the green. So I'm probably got a better chance on being on Sports Center than most.
I'd take it on the green no matter how it got there.
Exactly.
All right. Give us a call. Mark Schreiber, our guest, 362-0522. Of course, the big thing coming up very soon, next week, as a matter of fact, is Lake Fest. Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just all sorts of things going on. If you want to check the website, yep, to check the calendar for each and every day, just go to LaporteLakeFest.com. And just a couple of minutes ago, Mark, I'm sure you want to touch upon Lake Fest just a little bit more, right?
No, absolutely. Again, Lake Fest came out of the idea of how do we promote our parks, promote our lakes, promote our community. And that's really the biggest idea of it, is how do we promote built LaPorte, Indiana by taking advantage of our lakes. We heard for a lot of years, we don't take advantage of our lakes enough. We don't do enough with that. And then you'll hear the other side of it. People will say we do too much about promoting our lakes and not enough about this. One of the greatest challenges of running a park department, especially one with such diverse amenities and recreational opportunities that we do, is everybody has their favorite thing to do, right? So if people love to fish, they may not like the kayaking opportunities as much. If they like to play pickleball, they may complain about the baseball and softball, and then the baseball and softball say we spend too much money on the amphitheater. So where do you put your resources is always a challenge. I think one of the greater things that we've been able to do is expand our trail system. We just put a new trail in at Soldiers Memorial Park that goes from the Stone Lake Beach House out to the Waverly parking lot near that channel. And it's also allowed us to do some changes with Cummings Lodge and the entry drive there and change some of the parking there. We'll be regrading the parking lot at the channel on Monday. It got pretty beat up during construction because that's where they staged to do the new paved trails. So, but the trail system in and of itself has been a great thing. We had a little bit of debate, kind of one that we put out to the community about how do we get people to be safe on the trails, the multi-use paths. And ultimately, the park board made a decision Wednesday that we'll have a park policy that's saying 15 miles per hour. We realize that's not necessarily all that enforceable. We're not going to have squad cars out there with their speed guns trying to see how fast people are going on their bikes. But more than anything, we try to be as welcoming as many modes of transportation on there as possible. Bikes, e-bikes, scooters. The one thing, obviously, we don't allow is motorized vehicles on there. We don't allow golf carts on there. But, e-bikes are a great thing that have come out now that allow seniors to be able to get out and bike again. And maybe they couldn't, whether it's a pedal assist e-bike, whether it's a throttle bike. It's really allowing more people to get out and enjoy nature, enjoy our parks, and enjoy our burgeoning trail system, which just continues to grow.
Okay, yeah, anything you can do to help somebody get on a bicycle, that's a good thing. Yeah. Lake Fest again, Jesse McCartney, the big act, Saturday, July the 26th at 9 p.m., but of course you have other entertainment prior to him and then fireworks that night. So but Friday night looks very jam-packed with entertainment as well.
No, absolutely. And again, something for everybody. Friday night, come out here, Breakfast Club, 80s Tribute out of Chicago. They were here a few years ago and people loved them. So we thought it was a great opportunity to bring them back and have more of an 80s pop rock night as opposed, in the past we've had Everclear, we've had Soul Asylum, we've had more of a rock feel on the Saturday night. Now with more of a pop feel there, come out and enjoy Breakfast Club on Friday night and all the fun amenities. Again, there's things for kids to do, a lot for the adults to enjoy. That's from 6 to 10 on Friday. That's just kind of the big kickoff. And again, the Jesse McCartney concert is the highlight of Saturday, but we've got kids activities at the beach during the day. We've got opportunities to get out and either do a 5K run, do some exercising. We've got a great craft market on Saturday as well. We've got, I think we're up to over 40 vendors that'll be at the craft market in Fox Park on Saturday from 9 to 3. So again, get out there, just kind of check out what there is to do. And again, we love our community. There's so many great things. We have the best 4th of July parade in the state. We had a great fireworks night. We have a tremendous county fair. We got a group, like Bethany puts on the red wine and brew. You go that whole span of the summer. There's so many great things to do, and we hope people will make Lake Fest part of their annual plans.
Is Mayor Dermody going to be at the Jesse McCartney show? I asked because in the poster, Jesse is wearing a orange sport coat. Looks like something he pulled out of Mayor Dermody's closet. Yeah,
it looks a little bit like the one Joe Otis used to wear during the basketball games, but no, it's a little more current in style, and that was just coincidental. I don't know. I'm sure Mayor Dermody will be out there because he supports us so well during all these events. I know his daughter Katie will be out there. I think she was very interested in knowing who's taking Jesse back and forth to the airport because she's from that generation that kind of grew up on him as a pop star. So we've had a lot of requests for people who want to drive him to the airport. But no, we're looking forward to it. As I told you earlier in the program, we've gotten such a great response. We really expect to have a really great crowd out there and a really fun night. get there early. Parking is always at a premium, but we have a plan to try and get everybody in there that we can. So try to get there early and be ready to enjoy.
All right. Well, Mark, we got to say goodbye, but thanks a lot for coming on Sound Off as always. Look forward to your next visit.
Well, thank you, Stan. Thank you, Dennis. It's always a privilege to be here, and I appreciate the callers who called in. And our number at the Park Department, 326-9600. You can contact us on Facebook. You can send emails. We're always there to answer your questions. A lot of people like to put their comments or questions out on Facebook on sites that we don't necessarily visit. That's kind of like yelling it out into a vacuum. We do have our own Facebook page with Facebook Messenger, all the different ways to contact us. We just want to make sure you get the information and enjoy what, like we said earlier, the best time of the year to be in LaPorte and be in our parks and be on our lakes.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Sound Off. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us and voicing your opinion on this edition of Sound Off.
Oh, hey!
The views expressed on Sound Off are those of the host or callers and do not represent the opinion of 96.7 The Eagle, Spoon River Media, LLC, or the sponsors. Sound Off airs live every Monday and Friday, immediately following Update 12 News, and is available online after the show is over under the podcast menu at hometownnewsnow.com. Mark your calendar and join us again for the next edition of Sound Off, right here on 96.7 The Eagle.